this name for you. If you come closer, I can whisper in your ear.
Hey guys, Sam here. Welcome to a video explaining my plans for FIFA 16. EA Access is right around the corner, guys, so I'm bringing this video out to you guys just to tell you guys what my plans are for FIFA 16, career modes wise and series wise, and how they're going to work on YouTube. So pretty much, I'm going to have two career modes running, guys, and it's going to be one that you guys voted for, and one that I've wanted to do for a couple of weeks now that I've really been dead set on doing. The first one, the one that you guys voted on, was a West Ham United career mode. Of course, in the Premier League, the English team of the two teams that we'll be doing a career mode of. And it's something that you guys picked, and I'm very happy that you guys picked it, because I also wanted that team to win. I mentioned it in the video that there was one team I wanted to win, and it was West Ham United. Now, there are a couple of problems with West Ham United. I have a feeling it's going to be a very popular decision this year. They're a team that's on the up now. You can see that they're growing a lot. They're a London-based team, which is always very popular. And also Spencer FC is a big fan of West Ham United, and a lot of people are predicting him. If he hasn't released it by the time this video goes up, at the time of recording, he hasn't said anything about his career modes. But I'm assuming that he will do a West Ham United career mode at some point, and if he does one, you can guarantee that it's pretty much going to be his first career mode. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get this West Ham United career mode out there. But for me, this West Ham United career mode is not really to bring eyes onto the channel too much. That's really for the second career mode that I'm going to pick. And also, as far as the West Ham United career mode, a good friend of mine, Flickify, will also be doing a West Ham United career mode. So a lot of different West Ham United career modes going up. But I'm going to do mine the way I want to do mine. It's going to be a very realistic career mode. I'm going to be sort of emulating what West Ham should be doing in the transfer windows and how they should manage their team, and seeing what West Ham could possibly be in 5 or 6 years. That's what I want my career mode to be. I want it to be almost a guide of what West Ham United in real life could be doing. That's sort of the approach I'm taking to the West Ham United career mode. It's going to be a very realistic career mode. And that being said, there's not going to be any transfers in the first window. I'm just going to go into the team that Slaven Bilic has decided, and I'm going to go into it and compare how I do to West Ham. And then in January and then in the summer after that, we will sign a lot of players to strengthen the team. That's pretty much the plan. But at the same time, the way I want to make this realistic is if a big team comes for one of my big name players, I'm gonna force like myself to sell that player. Let's say Lanzini gets like a really ridiculous rating, right? And Manchester City come in for him. I'm gonna counter offer a decent amount, but I'm not gonna reject. You know, if a big team comes in for my players, I'm gonna make it a rule that I cannot reject that transfer. I have to counter offer and try and get as much money for them as possible, because that's how it works in real life. If West Ham United do have a really good player, as they have produced in the past, you look at Carrick. You look at Rio, you look at Frank Lampard, you know, all these players come from West Ham United. As soon as a big team wanted them, they got them. And unfortunately, that's something that I'm going to have to work around as a manager to try and replace these players as well as possible. And that's what West Ham United are going to have to do in real life as well. So that's sort of the approach I'm taking. So let me know what you think of that. You know, maybe selling the players, some people won't like that, but I want that career mode to be a very realistic career mode, and I think selling players that big name clubs want is part of that career mode. But that is the West Ham United career mode in a nutshell. It'll be kicking off day one. It'll be my first upload of FIFA 16. So I'm going to have, I'm not sure how many videos on the first day, but I'm planning to get out maybe 4 on the first day. So it should be 2 West Hams and 2 of my second career mode, guys, which is Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. I'm returning to France to manage PSG once again. It was my FIFA 15 career mode that I did with a big European team along with Sunderland. And way back then, I had different hair. I was a little bit more nervous in front of the camera, but I was still quite confident. I still talked quite well, but the reason I'm doing a PSG career mode, and I'll explain the story behind how I decided on the PSG career mode, was pretty much all the way up till a couple of weeks ago, I was dead set on doing Bayern Munich. But Rich Lee did a vote, and Bayern Munich won his vote, and I didn't really want to do a West Ham United career mode, which Flickify was doing, and then a Bayern career mode, which was what Rich Lee was doing. But while the vote was going on, I thought to myself, you know what, Bayern Munich would be cool, but PSG is really what I could do really well. It worked for me last year, and they have an incredible team, and they're only strengthening on that team, and I could strengthen that team even further. So that's my thought process for the PSG Career Mode. It's going back to what I did in FIFA 15 and improving that series and making it better for FIFA 16. So it's something that I can compare to. You know, how did I do in FIFA 15 and how did I do in FIFA 16? Comparing my Real Madrid career modes, comparing my PSG career modes, and that's really what that's what really changed my mind. As soon as Rich Lee did that vote, I was like, you know what? I should do a PSG career mode, and I've been dead set on doing a PSG career mode. I'm really excited now for this PSG career mode because it's something that I've already done before, which is weird because I've only been doing YouTube for a year. So it's really, really interesting. It's going to be a very interesting concept. We're going to be signing really big name players in that career mode, and that's sort of going to counterbalance the West Ham United career mode. In West Ham, I'm not going to sign anybody in the first couple episodes because there's not going to be a transfer window, but in PSG, I'm going to be making all these signings that everybody wants to see. So it's a bit of a contrast. And that'll also be coming out day one with EA Early Access. I've got 2 accounts with Early Access, so one will be PSG and one will be West Ham. As far as duration of these career modes, PSG, I'm not really sure. I think that comes down to the support. I think it comes down to how many seasons you guys want to see. Last time I did 1 season, and I called it a 1-season wonder. I signed Ronaldo and Bale. Zlatan decided to leave, and we just pretty much, I think we won like 2 or 3 titles. I'm not quite sure. I don't really remember. This time I want it to be a longer one. I want it to be a bit of a longer career mode, maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but nothing further than 3 seasons, unless the support is insane. Like, PSG career mode is the most viewed career mode on my channel, so I understand that because it's a bigger team, it's in high demand, and that's why I sort of want to tailor to those people's needs, of people that want to see the PSG career mode. So it really comes down to the support for the PSG career mode. As far as West Ham, same thing goes, but I want the West Ham United career mode to be a long series. I want to hit 100 episodes for West Ham United, and I want to really go deep into this West Ham United career mode, 5 or 6 seasons, and if the support is still there further than that, I want that to be my FIFA 16 first half of the cycle. Like, my main career mode is the West Ham United career mode, and it's going to take a good portion of it'll take all of 2015 for sure, and it'll probably take a couple more months into FIFA 16. It'll be a very long career mode, guys, but hopefully it'll stay exciting with the new signings and developing this team. Similar like a Pepsi FIFA's Southampton career mode, which everybody loved. Similar to that sort of thing, where I am improving and I am bringing in players that people want to see, and hopefully that becomes like a 5, 6, maybe even a 7-season career mode. But that's pretty much my plans, guys. As far as Ultimate Team, I've dropped it a couple times. You know, I said maybe I'll do an Ultimate Team, maybe I'll do an Ultimate Team, and that's still where I'm standing right now. Maybe I will do an Ultimate Team series. It depends on if I can get my hands on a George Best card. My idea for an Ultimate Team series is pretty much if I get George Best, which is going to be really difficult to do for someone who doesn't really play Ultimate Team and I don't necessarily buy coins. I'm going to have to do that this year to get a George Best for sure, if coin selling is a thing. So it's all very circumstantial is the word. It's whether or not I can grab my hands on a George Best card. And pretty much the Ultimate Team series I have is called the Best Squad, and pretty much it is going to be centered around George Best, and it will start with the most basic of Manchester United teams, and I'll be trying to upgrade until I get all the legends from Manchester United, like Peter Schmeichel, Ryan Giggs, and then also like the highest rated Manchester United players at that time, and trying to get to Division 1. For someone that doesn't play Ultimate Team, I think it'll be very interesting because I haven't really played Divisions in like 3 FIFAs now, and it's been a while since I've taken Ultimate Team seriously. So this is something that I want to do with George Best because I'm a Manchester United supporter, and that George Best card is like, wow. It's like I'm going to be able to see George Best play in a game because I never got to watch him in real life. So, I don't know. I really, really want that card, and the idea, you know, the team name is going to be the Best Squad. The series name is going to be the Best Squad or something along those lines. I'm going to try and incorporate Best, but it's not 100% confirmed, and it's definitely not going to be a day one thing because the legends, you know, get released week after week or whatever the hell it is. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait for that George Best release and see if I can get one. And maybe I will do an Ultimate Team series if I can get my hands on a George Best. So that's pretty much my plans for FIFA 16, guys. I even told you about a series that might not even happen, and one that I wasn't even planning on telling you guys today. But what the hell? I'll tell you guys anyway because I want you guys to know what's going on in this little head of mine. Well, in this big head of mine. Look how big it is. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. FIFA 16, guys, right around the corner. The channel is going to be very, very busy. A lot of new eyes are going to be on here. So, thank you for being like my first year subscribers. Thank you for being here for me when I had nobody. Especially the people that were subscribing way back when I had hundreds of subscribers. You guys honestly are the real MVPs. But that's it from me. 10 minutes. Didn't even want it to be this long. I wanted it to be like a 5-minute video. But whatever. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.